Hi everyone. Good evening to all. Um, Thank you for logging in on a Sunday evening to witness the launch of the Saragosa SWA 2020. We are all excited to have you here. We have received three sizes of the Shimano Saragosa. We will showcase it live with you today. Joining me today is David from Shimano. He will take us through a brief history of Saragosa. Over to you, David. David, your display is turned.
Yeah, sorry about that. Hello to all the viewers out there. Thank you for joining us and give us such a warm support. My name is David. I'm from Shimano, Singapore. It's my honor to be here with Derek and his wonderful friend to talk to you on one of our most long anticipated reel of 2020, the new Saragosa SW. The current model has been around for more than 6 years and have been one of the most reliable workhorse for many anglers around the world, be it in saltwater or freshwater. It outperformed most of the similar price range reel. After years of gathering feedbacks from the anglers, our R&D teams managed to pack some of the latest Stella technology into this reel, and today we will discuss more about it later. Derek?
Thank you very much, David. Thank you for the wonderful news about the Saragosa, and we are all excited. As you can see, we have a lot of people joining in. We have, at the moment, about 46 of them who have joined in, and I'm sure more will join in the due course. So while we are waiting, let us watch a small video from our Australian counterpart on some of the features and the showcase of the reel. Thank you.
In the decade or so since their release, the Saragosa series of saltwater spinning reels from Shimano have become absolute classics in terms of reliability, dependability and ruggedness. And the new SWA series takes that to an extra level. There are now 8 models in the range, from a 5,000 all the way to a 25,000. And that includes 2 new models, a 14,000 and an 18,000. That I think are going to be really popular. Die-hard fans of the Saragosa reels will instantly notice a fairly significant change to the body shape and size on these reels. That size has been reduced and made much more compact, which helps to keep the weight of the reels down, meaning that they'll balance extra well on the latest generation of rods. The X-Protect Labyrinth system helps to keep salt water out of the reels, and they've paid particular attention to the area around the bail roller, which is really important. And speaking of smoothness, the drags on these reels are nothing short of amazing, featuring cross-carbon drag washers and also wonderful water shielding to keep any salt water out of those drags. And you know, one of the things I like about these reels the most? They've really increased the sound level of that drag ratchet. I can't wait to get a screaming Spanish mackerel or tuna on one of these. And most importantly of all, they feature the Infinity Drive, which adds support to the pinion gear to make the reels so much smoother, easier to crank, and removes any suggestion of flex out of the system whatsoever. That system comes directly from Shimano's flagship Stella reels, so you know it's good. These things offer incredible bang for your buck. They're a really good value reel and an absolute workhorse for all manner of saltwater fishing, whether you're chasing big GTs on poppers, jigging for kings, fishing for big mulloway, oversized snapper, whatever you're chasing, even up to your tuna and your billfish, the Saragosa's got you covered.
Wow, that was a wonderful video. I think it showcases the strength of the reel and the reliability with all the added new features. I am sure everyone is excited to receive the reel. We are excited to see the reel. David, why don't you hand over the reel to us now?
Yes, there.
Oh, thank you, David, for this wonderful reel. It looks amazing. I mean, it definitely feels lighter than what I've had before. I have the old model as well with me, and just holding it, it's like, I mean, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's got a very good feel. It's the profile, the design is amazing. It's, I think they have taken out the round design which was there earlier, and now it's a little more squarish design on that front, but it feels very light. This is the 6,000 size reel which has been handed over, and it looks great with these features. And oh wow, it is really smooth. I mean, I must say it is very, very, very smooth. Look at this. I mean, look at this. Wow. Only I think the best of the reels have the smoothness, and I think this is, I've seen this in Stella or Twin Power. I've never really seen this in Saragosa. I'm very, very, very excited about this. I think you should hand over to Dinesh as well, David, so that we get that in Chennai as well.
Sure, sure. Hi, Dinesh.
Hi, David.
Yeah, this is a new Saragosa SW. Hand over to you.
பண்றோம் கையில வாங்குறதுக்கு. ஓகே. ரொம்ப நன்றி டேவிட். ரொம்ப நாள் வெயிட் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தோம் இந்த ரீல கையில பிடிக்கிறதுக்கு. ஸோ இன்னைக்கு நம்ம கையில இருக்கிற Shimano Saragosa 6000 மாடல். டெரிக் சொன்ன மாதிரி பயங்கர ஸ்மூத்தா இருக்கு. ரீல் பாக்குறதுக்கே ரொம்ப அழகா இருக்கு ஆக்சுவலா. பழைய மாடலோட இன்னும் காம்பாக்டா இருக்கு. ஸோ வெயிட்லெஸ்ஸா இருக்குது. ஸோ ஸ்மூத்னஸ் எவ்வளோ ஸ்மூத்தா இருப்பாங்க ஆக்சுவலா. நம்ம எவ்வளவு நேரம் ஃபிஷ் பண்ணாலும் நம்மளுக்கு ஒரு டயர்ட்னஸ் ஆகாத மாதிரி ஒரு லைட் வெயிட்டா இருக்கு அந்த ரீல். ஸோ இதுல வந்து ஆக்சுவலா ஸ்டெல்லால யூஸ் பண்ற காம்பனன்ட்ஸ்லாம் யூஸ் பண்ணிருக்காங்க, இன்ஃபினிட்டி கியர். ஸோ மற்ற பழைய சார்கோசாவோட இது வந்து நல்ல காம்பனன்ட்ஸ், SW, எக்ஸ் ப்ரொடெக்ட், நிறைய இது ஃபீச்சர்ஸ் இருக்கு இதுல. ஸோ ஒரு ஹையர் அண்ட் ரீல் தான் இது. தேங்க்யூ டேவிட்.
Thank you, Dinesh. I think you've got it in Chennai. So all the Chennai anglers, go to AFT and get your reel before it vanishes. I think it's time to hand over the reel so that anglers in Mangalore get the same reel as well. Let me now try and hand it over to Nishid. I welcome Nishid.
Hi, Derek, man.
Nishid, handing over the reel to you.
ಇದು Saragosa Shimano Saragosa SW 2020 ಮಾಡೆಲ್. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಇಂಪ್ರೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಬಾಡಿಯನ್ನು ಕಾಂಪ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ, ಇನ್ಫಿನಿಟಿ ಡ್ರೈವ್ ಇದೆ, ವಾಟರ್ ಪ್ರೂಫ್ ಇದೆ. ಬಾಡಿಯನ್ನು ಲೈಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ Hagane ಬಾಡೀಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಕೆಲವು ಶಿಮಾನೋದು, ಸ್ಟೆಲ್ಲಾ, ಕೆಲವು ಪಾರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದರೊಟ್ಟಿಗೆ ಇದು 1 ವರ್ಷದ ವಾರಂಟಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಯು ಡೆರಿಕ್ ಮೈ.
Thank you, Nishid bhai. And I think Bangalore anglers, I think you can go get your reels at Nishid, the Kanani brothers, and you should be able to get that in Mangalore from today itself. Thank you very much. We will now move over to Mumbai, and we will have a chat with Mangesh. Hi, Mangesh. How are you?
Hi, Derek. Hi.
This is
I'm fine,
Mangesh,
Derek.
our distributor in Maharastra. Mangesh will talk about the reel and how the anglers are waiting for it.
हाय, माझं नाव मंगेश माने. चेंबूर मुंबईमध्ये एक नवीन फिशिंग टॅकल स्टोअर खुलला आहे. तिथे हा नवीन शिमानो सारागोसा 2020 रील आला आहे आणि आमच्याकडे येत आहे हा. तर या रील मध्ये भरपूर सारे फीचर्स आहेत जे स्टेलाशी मिळते जुळते आहेत. या रील मध्ये काही फीचर्स आहेत जे मी तुम्हाला आता सांगतो इथे. याच्यामध्ये इन्फिनिटी ड्राईव्ह आहे, जो पहिला सरागोसा होता त्याच्यामध्ये मायक्रो मॉडेल गिअरिंग होती. ह्याच्यामध्ये इन्फिनिटी ड्राईव्ह आहे जो स्टेलामध्येच असतो, पण त्यांनी हा सरागोसामध्ये दिलाय. याच्यामध्ये भरपूर अजून काही फीचर, हागाने बॉडी आहे, हागाने गिअर, एक्स प्रोटेक्ट हा एक त्यांनी नवीन याच्यामध्ये IPX8 सिलिंग वाढवलाय. पहिल्या ह्याच्यात काहीतरी IPX6 होता आणि ह्याच्यामध्ये IPX8 आहे. आणि ह्याच्यामध्ये दोन नवीन साईज वाढलेत, एक 14,000 आणि एक 18,000 या. आणि याच्यामध्ये आणखीन एक फीचर वाढलाय, तो आहे ड्रॅगचा जो साऊंड आहे, पहिला जो कमी आहे याचा, तो आता जरा वाढलाय. त्याच्यामुळे मासा लागला तर आपल्याला कळणार की मासा लागलाय आणि त्याचा क्लिकर साऊंड आजूबाजूच्या अँगलरला पण कळणार की बाबा ह्याला मासा लागलाय. आणि ही शिमानोनी एक अशी रील बनवली आहे जी शोरला यूज होऊ शकते, इनशोरला यूज होणार, ऑफशोरला यूज होणार, पॉपिंग, स्पिनिंग, जिगिंग तुम्ही सगळं यूज करू शकता. युनिव्हर्सल रील आहे ही, तुम्ही कुठेही घेऊन जाऊ शकता, तुम्हाला कधी धोका देणार नाही. तर मी प्रत्येकाला विनंती करेन की एकदा तुम्ही स्टोअर मध्ये या, व्हिजिट करा, ही रील पहा आणि आपली राय द्या. धन्यवाद. थँक्यू. डायरेक्ट कंटिन्यू. Direct.
Thank you, Mangesh, for the wonderful explanation. It was in Marathi. I don't know much Marathi, but I think it's been. I think you mentioned all the features, and
yes.
I think your anglers in Maharastra also are waiting for the reel. We cannot forget Kerala, because Kerala is one large state that has one of very high density of anglers. So I will now invite Sainu to join us from Kilion Nets. Welcome, Sainu. How are you?
Thank you, Oscar, sir. Derek, Shimano Saragosa പുതിയ സീരീസ് ലാൻഡിൽ ഈ ഭാഗമാകുവാൻ സാധിച്ചതിൽ വളരെയധികം സന്തോഷം. ഷിമാനോ പോലെയുള്ള ഒരു കമ്പനി പ്രോഡക്റ്റ് ലോഞ്ച് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ എത്രമാത്രം പെർഫോമൻസ് കാഴ്ചവെക്കും എന്ന് നമുക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും ഒരുപാട് പ്രത്യേകതകളോടാണ് ലോഞ്ച് ചെയ്യാൻ പോകുന്നത്. ക്രാങ്ക് പവർ, ലൈറ്റ് വെയിറ്റ്, അതുപോലെ തന്നെ പ്രൈസ് കമ്പാരിസൺ ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ റീസണബിൾ ആണ്. Saragosa 220 മാർക്കിൽ പുതിയൊരു തരംഗം തന്നെ സൃഷ്ടിക്കും എന്ന് പ്രതീക്ഷിക്കുന്നത്. ഞാൻ പ്രത്യേകം താങ്ക്സ് പറയുന്നു ഡെറിക്കിനോട്, ഷിമാനോടും. കേരളത്തിലെ എന്റെ കസ്റ്റമേഴ്സ് വളരെയധികം വെയിറ്റിംഗിലാണ് ഈ പ്രോഡക്റ്റ് തിരഞ്ഞെടുക്കാൻ. താങ്ക് യു മിസ്റ്റർ ഡെറിക്, ഷിമാനോ. താങ്ക് യു.
Thank you, Sainu. Sainu, I will hand over the reel to you so you can take it, take it to the anglers in Kerala. Here's the reel.
Thank you. എനിക്കൊരു ഫസ്റ്റ് കസ്റ്റമർ, one of the customer also with me, one Mr. Ajmal.
Please hand over the reel for the first customer.
Can I?
Congratulations, Mr. Ajmal.
Thank you.
For being the first customer to receive the reel in India. So Ajmal, you're very lucky. I think you're the first customer to get it. This is awesome. Do let us know a review of how you feel about the reel soon. Thank you. Hi, David. Over to you now. I think we've got the reels. We have distributed it in India. I think a lot of places in India will have it soon. So I think we should now try and work out and let everyone know the new features of the reel, I think, which is very, very important. So David will explain now some of the features that are there in the reel, which actually are like high-end reels. Thank you, David. Over to you.
Yes, Eric. The 2020 Saragosa is now packed with the following features, similar with the current Stella. infinity drive, Hagane body and gear, X protect and X shield, cross carbon drag. Now let's talk about the X product. The X product. The X protect and the X shield. The new Saragosa has a new upgrade on the water resistance department. We improved on the waterproofing at the body, on the drag, the line roller, and the roller clutch. Special waterproof coating and rubber seal has been used together at selected area, and this helps to prevent any water or even foreign particles from entering the reel. Prevent it from causing huge damage on the internal mechanism, and also to extend the lifespan of your reel, ensuring you have the same feeling when you first remove the reel from the box years later. So let's talk about the X Protect in details. As you can see, all the reels out there in the market, it is not 100% sealed. They are bound to have some gaps in the reel due to the construction of the reel and many moving parts. So our R&D team does lots of research and testing, and they narrow down all those areas where there is a possibility that the water will enter into the structure. So what they did is that they removed the anti-reverse switch, built in more rubber seal, apply special waterproofing coating on specific area, making it hydrophobic. It is now almost impossible for the water to enter into the vital parts. Okay, Derek.
Thank you, David. I think those are some awesome features. The X Protect and X Shield is something which is very important, especially for a saltwater angler where they are on the boat trying to either pop, catch a mangrove jack or a GT. It's very important that the salt water does not get into the system. But David, we heard about another feature, which is a hydrophobic feature. So can you just let us know something about what exactly hydrophobic is all about?
Sure, Derek. As some of the crater parts, the surface is being treated, and when water touches such surface, it will bleed into water droplet. It is the same principle as those new waterproof jacket you just bought and you wear it when it's raining. The rainwater will become water droplet and just flow down and keep you dry inside. And also, the same principle, if you do not know or do not maintain your waterproof jacket with the correct treatment, after multiple usage, the water will start to spread and will seep into the jacket, making you damp inside. So, do not open your reels and do your own cleaning. Send it to our authorized service center to do it for you. Okay, Derek?
Thank you, David. I think the hydrophobic is very, very important, and it is a recommendation by Shimano. Do not open the reel because it requires special coating, and I think it's important that you send it to the service station. We are offering a 1-year free service and warranty on the reels, so you can send it to us, and we will also be offering 1 free service during the first year. So please do send the reels if you have any issues. You should not have any issues, but if you do have any issues, you can always send it to us. David, there's a lot of talk about infinity drive. So can you explain briefly what infinity drive is all about?
Yes. The infinity drive is another innovation by our R&D team. They redesigned the pinion gear and the drive shaft structure. As you can see, the drive shaft runs throughout the pinion gear, giving it extra support, improving the power transfer by up to 30%. You may ask, would it cause friction between the pinion gear and the shaft when they are turning? Yes, that is why there's a layer of a special coating and a high sliding bushing to reduce the friction coefficient, to reduce energy loss during heavy load, to make every crank as efficient as possible. allowing you to have energy to fight fish after fish. Over to you, Derek.
Thank you, David, for that explanation. Infinity drive is definitely a requirement for large fish and monsters, I think. There is a new buzzword today, which is the Hagane. I think in the last few years, Shimano has got a lot of reels with the Hagane body and also the gear system. So what exactly is Hagane? So our anglers get to know more about it.
Yes, Derek. The Hagane is a concept. Hagane in Japanese is known as steel, very strong. When we say Saragosa has a Hagane body, we are saying that the body is fabricated from the strongest alloy metal available, suitable for this application. And for the Hagane gear, instead of the normal hot forging, Shimano uses cold forging technology where the gear is formed under 200 tons of pressure under room temperature. For layman understanding, a vacuum packed rice you find in the supermarket is harder than those normal packing rice. This allows the gear to have excellent high micron precision, accuracy, and also to achieve excellent gear strength. All these are done without a single cutting work. Over to you, Derek.
Thank you, David. Thank you for that explanation of Hagane. I think we are seeing more and more reels with the Hagane body and Hagane gear system. I think that is becoming the de facto standard, and Hagane is also lighter weight, which makes the reel very light, and an angler can use it every day. There are rumors about a couple of new sizes in the Saragosa, which was never there before. So our viewers would like to know, what are the new sizes in the reel today?
Yes, Derek. The new Saragosa now comes with two new sizes, the 14,000 XG and the 18,000 HG. These two new sizes cater the needs of those popping angler that is on PE5 to PE8 setup, those that are targeting GTs, kingfish, or any other pelagic species. The 14,000 size can spool in 315 yard of 65-pound power pole line, and the 18,000 size can upsize to 80 pound with 360 yard of power pole line. They come with a good stopping power of 15 kg and 20 kg respectively. For us in Shimano, we do build rod. We even have a range of rod under the Grappler series, which is perfect match with the Saragosa. For example, the 14,000 SG can match with a Grappler Type C S80M, a PE5 rod, and the 18,000 HG can match with a Grappler Type C S82H, a PE8 rod. The Grappler series rod is value for money. They are suitable from light casting to heavy popping, and from light and heavy jigging. The Grappler series is equipped with full Fuji component, and the light jigging series is equipped with the Shimano CI4 reel seat to achieve a lighter rod. All the Grappler series rods come in two sections for easy packing and transportation. The blank is made from the state-of-the-art technology, Spiral X and High Power X, to achieve a strong backbone and yet sensitive enough for you to know what is happening in the water. Do check it out with our dealers in India. I believe they are more than willing to share with you. Over to you, Derek.
Thank you, David. Yes, we will definitely stock the grappler rods. I think it has a full range from light popping to even jigging. So we will surely stock those with the new sizes that is coming in terms of Saragosa. David, when we put this post out of the live launch in social media, we also encourage our anglers to ask a few questions with regard to the reel. So we've received quite a lot of questions, but we would probably handpick about 5 of them to answer. May I ask you those questions?
Sure, Derek.
Yeah, so the first question is, can you use a 6,000 size spool on a 5,000 Saragosa SWA 2020?
Yes, Eric. I think first we need to thank all the wonderful support from the community and the question they pose. Basically, we have covered most of the question in the previous segment, and now we talk about the spool interchangeability. Let's see from this chart from here. The 5,000 and the 6,000 basically share the same body, and the 18,000 to 14,000 share the same body. Basically, you can interchange the spool, but we don't really recommend it. Why? Due to the different wear and tear rate, if you to change another spool onto the body, there may be a possibility that it will affect the line laying. The line lay may be tapered, and you need to adjust with the spacer washer. As for the bigger size reel, we also don't recommend to change the spool of different size, mainly due to the height of the spool. It may hit the bail wire when open. Over to you, Derek.
Thank you, David. I think it's a very valuable tip for those anglers who are looking to adding an extra spool of a different size onto the Saragosa. It is possible, but definitely not recommended because of the line lay issues and other issues that might face even in the longer reel. Let's move on to the next question, David. The next question is the Infinity drive better than the micro module Gear 2?
Okay. The Infinity drive and micro module, basically they are of different features. Infinity drive, as we discussed earlier, is the new construction layout of the pinion gear and the drive gear, the drive shaft for better power transmission. Whereas for the micro module, it is a high precision micro gear teeth construction, which is used to reduce the mechanical movement vibration, allowing the anglers to have the buttery smooth cranking feel. Over to you, Derek.
Thank you, David. I mean, I think the difference is quite vast in terms of the Infinity drive and the micro module. So I think what the Saragosa uses is the Infinity drive, and I think it's very important, especially on the stronger reels as well. So we will move on to the next question. There is a question that says, is it good for surf fishing? And which model would you suggest for surf fishing?
Yes, Eric. This drill is definitely suitable for surf fishing. But to recommend this drill for what type of surf fishing really depend on your setup. Do you prefer to use braided or mono? That's the question you must ask yourself. Maybe what I can give you as a reference is that if you want to use mono line with diameter more than 0.5 mm, go for the 18,000 size and above, where you can spool in at least 300 meters of line. Over to you, Derek.
Thank you, David. Of course, as David mentioned, yes, Saragosa reel can be used for surf fishing. I think the ACK Sharks specifically uses the bigger reels to catch some of large sharks from the shore. So it definitely can be used. The next question is, as the biggest fan of Saragosa, there is no question to ask, but if you want me to ask for a gift, I would love the gift as well. Is the drag sound still same or has it changed?
The drag clicker, yes. I do realize that the clicker sound of the new Saragosa is much more louder as compared to the older generation. You hook up a GD in Andaman, you can actually hear it in Lasadi. Over to you, Derek.
I mean, we could hear the drag clicker in India, so I think it's really, really loud, David. So yes, I think I think all the anglers on a boat will hear the drag clicker go wild when you hit on a big fish. I'm looking forward to fishing with this reel soon, hopefully after the lockdowns and the pandemic issues are sorted out. Take it down for a test in either Andaman or Lakshadweep. We will have the last question. What is the full form of, we all know what SW is, but what is the full form of SWA in Saragosa SW?
Okay, David. We name our reel in alphabetical order. The 2020 Saragosa will be A. The next revision will be B, and so on. The SW basically is telling you that each reel is specially tuned to cater for the saltwater environment. Okay, to you, Derek.
Okay, so this model is called the SWA, but you did not have that feature earlier in the models which were there before, right? So it is SWA, the next one will be SWB and C and so on. So I think this is a great a series that has been added like the ABC. There was a question about the warranty and pricing. Will Shimano have the warranty and pricing in India? I will take that question. Yes, definitely India will honor the Shimano warranty for 1 year. Pelagic Tribe will offer one free service for the first year, and the pricing is there below. You can get in touch with our partners for the pricing. We have the 3 models right now, and it is priced in accordance to the US and Australia market, close to it, to ensure that the pricing is the same. You can, even if you buy it in Australia or in fact, it will be probably cheaper, because if you buy it here, there is no shipping cost. If you buy it in the US and Australia, there is a shipping cost, and you might have to pay additional duty when it lands here. So you buy it in India, buy it from our our partners. There is an assurance and there's a warranty. If the reels that are bought outside India do not carry a warranty in India, because you will not have the India warranty card. So make sure that you buy it in India, and it is the same pricing. There are a couple of questions which we said we'll answer live, and there are a few questions. Can we take a few questions, David? Is that okay?
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Okay, I will just pick a couple of questions which is there. There was one interesting one earlier on. Let me look for it. Good evening. Great. Okay, so I've just put this. There's a question by Joe Francis. It says, all we want to know is whether the inner gears are same in size and as strong as the old one.
I can say that basically now the gear is an improvement of the previous generation. I mean.
So it is better, right? And
yes,
it's more improved. So it can handle a longer one. I think I will take one more question. Going down, there's a question from Shafiullah. It says, what is the difference between old Saragosa and new Saragosa?
I think it's been covered in our previous section. So the new Saragosa comes with 2 new features. This is, sorry, I say it should be 2 new size, 14,000 XG and the 18,000 HG. On top of that, there's an improvement on the water resistant department. And furthermore, there's Infinity Drive, basically sharing the same technology as the Stella SW.
Oh, great. Yes, I think there is a lot of difference, especially in the hydrophobic, the IPX8 and things like that are major differences in the new Saragosa compared to the old ones. Yes. I will take one last question, which seems interesting. Is I think we'll take 2 because the other one is also there. I'm just saying, may I ask what model would you recommend for light shore jigging? Is by June Ming.
Light shore jigging. Depending, I would recommend a 5,000 size. Why? Because it's a small, lightweight, and there's a very high chance they're using PE line, and the PE rating they're using maybe is PE2 and below. So 5,000 with to match with 8 feet or 9 feet rod will be quite suitable for light shore jigging rod and reel.
This is one more question. I think everyone has this question in terms of the line roller. Is the line roller sealing improved?
Yes, definitely. It's a great improvement as compared to the previous Saragosa SW.
Okay. And one last question, and then we will close the online questions. It's by Vicky. It says, which would be the ideal size for popping?
Oh, popping. I've been doing popping in Maldives before. The size that I use is 8,000 and 14,000, and sometimes 20,000. So depending on the popping location, if for example you're popping from a sport fisher, 8,000 or 14,000 may be good enough, as you will be using a 7 feet 4 or 7 feet 7 rod, and you don't need a longer rod. So for popping wise, 8,000 and 14,000 is basically good enough.
Yeah, I would think as well, because when we go popping, if we are doing some light popping, we would probably use the 8,000 size on PE3 to 5, and then we would, if we are using PE8 or 10, I think the ideal size would be a 14,000. Or maybe if you're going after big tuna, I think then it is you would use an 18,000. That's what we have used in Stella as well. So I think this is very important. The 14,000 and the 18,000 will open up a lot of anglers to go for popping, because the investment is very little compared to investing in a twin power or even the Stella, right? So it becomes easier for them to go, and we will hopefully see in the coming years a lot more anglers going to Andaman and Lakshadweep to start popping. I'm going to ask one more question, because I think it's important, and this question has come a lot of times before. This question is by Jitin Sebastian. He says, can we use a custom power knob?
For Shimano, we don't recommend a third-party component, because we did not do any testing on the third-party component, and we do not know how reliable are those components. So we don't really recommend.
Yes, I think I have asked this question as well before, and yes, Shimano does not recommend custom knobs, because it could not, we don't know the quality and whether it sits properly, and definitely does not recommend off-market knobs on that. Thank you very much, David, for all the questions. I think a lot of our viewers have their questions answered, but I think there is one thing that everyone is waiting for. We announced that we would do a small lucky draw for the people who ask questions till the 15th. I think you have the names, and I think everybody is keen to find out who is going to get the Shimano gift hamper.
Yes, Derek. All the names are... Yes, Derek. So all the names are given to me over here. So I just pick one. Is Kankim Boran. Everybody see it?
Yeah. It's Kim Borang. I will just type out that K, and Kim Borang has won. Okay, thank you, David. Thank you. So, Ken Borang, please get in touch with us on Facebook or send us a personal message, and please send us your address and we will send you the gift hamper from Shimano. Thank you so much. I think we have taken a lot of your time on a Sunday. It has been an excellent show. Before we say bye to everyone, we would like to show a small video from our North American counterpart, and then we would say a bye. So let me play that video. Okay, guys, it's bye from all our side. Thank you, anglers, for a wonderful time today, and we had a great time. From all of us in India, our Shimano partners across, and the two authorized dealers, AFT and Pelagic Tribe, we thank you for being with us. The video will be available offline for others to take a look at as well. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Derek. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, David.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.